Good evening, race fans, and welcome back to another week of high-octane racing here at WFO Racing, presented by Eighmey Contracting. We're under the lights again here at Charlotte Motor Speedway for week 4. Things are starting to heat up. Last week we saw Keaton Tripp. He was unstoppable, starting with the pole, leading 91 laps and taking home the win. Richard Holland got second, and Adam Matz got another third place. With us going into tonight's race, Jerry Cochran and Adam Matz are currently tied for first at 123 points each for the season points, with Richard Holland in third at 120. So they got a battle up there. There's still a lot of racing to go in the season. We got another 125 laps tonight, so we look forward to hanging on with you guys. We have better cameras tonight too. We have better cameras. Here we go, Ivan says. What's going on, Tay-Tay? All right. So we got 125 laps here at Charlotte. We will be kicking that off right after this.
Light the flame, we don't back down, we play this game. Wheel to wheel, it's skill and pride. We're racing clean with fire inside. Every turn a test of guts, fast and fair, no ifs or buts. Respect runs deep in every lane. We fight for wins, not for fame. Precision rules the track right here. Built on sweat, built on gear. Pushing hard but never low. Side by side we let it go. WFO, why freaking open, steal the show. Brotherhood on every lap, no cheap shots, no dirty taps. WFO, legends racing, friendships grow. Full send, all in, let it flow. This is WFO. It ain't just wins, it's how we stand. We lift each other hand in hand. From practice nights to final flags, we've got each other's backs. Hard racers, clean lines, sharpen steel through battle times. No ego, no shame, just honor in the name. WFO, wide freaking open, let it roll. Chasing greatness every show with the best you'll ever know. WFO, racing hard and keeping true. There's no other league like this crew. This is WFO. When the lights drop and the engines roar, this is where champions are made. WFO Racing League, wide freaking open. WFO, wide freaking open, steal the show. Brotherhood on every lap, no cheap shots, no dirty taps. WFO.
All right, everybody, welcome in, welcome in. What's going on, B&B? So we have the guys out there qualifying right now. I don't have a final count on the total amount of trucks yet. We'll have that shortly. Quick count, looks like 33 trucks tonight. Like I said, we have better cameras tonight, thank the Lord. So... It's going well, B&B. It's going well. Like I say, I'm extremely excited to have better cameras tonight, so I love that. We can have better scene selection now. So... Me too. Me too what? You're glad we got better camera angles? We're not looking through the fences tonight? So like we said, we got 125 laps tonight. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Makes for a better broadcast. We're not looking through the fences all the time. We're not broadcasting from the bleachers. All right. That looks like it's going to be it for qualifying. Once it clicks through on those, we'll go through and we will get to our next sponsored segment. Tay going 5 or 6 again tonight. We had what, 5 last night? 4? All right, we total truck count tonight is 33. 33. So, let me get this here. All right, 33. With that being said, and now, before we go into the racing at Charlotte, let's take a look at tonight's starting grid for the WFO Racing Truck Series. Proudly sponsored by Grace and Jade Photography. Grace and Jade Photography, based in Virginia, capturing stories nationwide. Learn more at graceandjadephotography.com. So, our grid tonight. Starting in first, the pole sitter, Adam Matz. He's going to start first. Going to have Andrew Wagner starting his outside. Then we're going to have Austin Wagner in that number 4 starting in third, with Richard Holland starting in fourth tonight. Burt Wilson will be starting 5th, with Keaton Tripp to his outside starting 6th. Nick Hunt will be starting in 7th, with Jerry Cochran to his outside starting in 8th. Benjamin Lacey will be starting in 9th, with Rylan Neese next to him in 10th. Ricky Fagone will be starting 11th, with John Wimbish starting next to him in 12th. We got Brandon Showers going to be starting 13th place tonight, with Jacob Daniels starting in 14th. Junior Harville will be 15th, with Ivan Jones starting to the outside of him in 16th. Stephen Bryan will be starting 18th, with Ronald Hall on the outside. Stephen Bryan will be starting 17th, with Ronald Hall starting 18th. Tommy Haynes will be 17th, will be 18 in the, oh my goodness. Tommy Haynes will be 19th in the 17 truck. LZ Daly in the 6 will be starting 20th. John Sanu in the 86 will be starting 21st tonight. Anthony Philpott will be starting 22nd. Vern Bradley is going to be starting 23rd place tonight, with Roy Hyde to his outside in 24th. Jeff Gilmore will be 25th, with it's Daddy Glenn again tonight in the 26th spot. Mike Mitchell will be 27th, with TJ Lee to his outside in 28th. Terry Kahn will be 29th, with Michael McCauley starting 30th. Then we got Brad Patterson starting 31st, with Jordan Endries starting 32nd. And the last car is going to be Robert Victory. But I did hear that it sounds like somebody was getting sent to the back because of Oculus issues. That is usually one person, one individual. And, not sure where. Maybe that man right there, Mr. Vern Bradley. Let's go ahead and get this kicked off. Pace car is going to drop down. We're going to go and kick this off. And we're green, green, green. Let's go racing, guys. Adam Matz getting that whole shot and taking off and being in first all by himself. Austin Wagner trying to hold, Andrew Wagner trying to hang on to that outside and keep up, but he is falling back just ever so slightly. With Austin, now they're filing on single file, and we've got yellow. It's look like all right, let's go here, rewind that. You see Ivan getting tagged in that one. Yep. You see Junior. Well, that is not how Ivan would like to start tonight's race. All right, so back up here. Get to the end of the session. So it's gonna get them straightened back out, rearranged, adjusted, and all that fun stuff. How much damage you got, Ivan? Not much? Okay. It's still early. Still early. There's plenty of race to happen. Plenty of time to get in the pits, get repaired, get back up front. All right, so we are going to get lined back up. Everybody's ready to go. Pace car should drop down this time around. And we're going green again. Adam Matt's getting a whole shot in the lead. Currently 0.4 in front of Andrew Wagner, with Austin Wagner right behind him. Yeah. Richard Holland gonna be third place. Keaton Tripp to his outside. Keaton Tripp behind him, sorry. Keaton Tripp is behind him. Ryan Lanise behind Keaton. We got Jerry Cochran battling in that group also. See the Wagner's battling out for second. We see Richard and Keaton battling out for fourth. Ryland trying to decide which vehicle he wants to follow. Whether he wants to follow the teammate or follow Richard. Looks like he's going to follow Richard this time around. Getting a little loose there in the corner. Ryland getting right up under Keaton. He's going to go to the underside and try and get in and get around on the low side. See Richard up here battling Austin, trying to get that next spot. Wants to go up one more spot. While those guys battle out, we'll go ahead and move through the line. Right there, you've got the 92 of Jerry Cochran, currently in 6th place. You got Nick Hunt in the 60, currently running. I'm sorry, I was wrong. Jerry is in 7th place. I can't read numbers tonight, apparently. Nick Hunt is going to be in 8th. John Wimbish is going to be in 9th, with Benjamin Lacey right behind him in 10th. Then see there's a little bit of a gap there, not much. You got Ricky Fagone gonna be running 11th with Brandon Showers behind him and Tommy Haynes right behind them. Then again, we've got a little bit of a gap, and you got Burt Wilson in his Pepto-Bismol pink truck tonight. Then you got Ivan moving his way back up to 15th. Saw him getting involved in that earlier incident. Looks like he's doing all right and climbing his way back up, so that's good to see. Good to see. Then we move back a little bit more. We got Jacob Daniels currently running in 16th. You got Anthony Philpott and Ronald Hall battling out here right now for 17th and 18th. You got John Snew, who's kind of by himself here at the moment, running 19th. You got Glenn Jameson, currently running 20th place. Glenn Jameson, aka Daddy Glenn. You got Brad Patterson running behind him in 21st. TJ Lee, we saw him kind of getting tagged up in that prior incident also. He's running 30. He's not running 34th. He's in the 34. He's running 22nd. My brain is just not working tonight, guys. Holy moly. I apologize. Stephen Bryan is going to be running 23rd with Terry Kahn right behind him in 24th. Jordan Endries is going to be in 25th with Roy Hyde back here in the 00. He's currently running 24th, 26th. I swear, I know my numbers. Mike Mitchell is running currently 27th. He just got passed. He's now in 28th, but Robert Victory passed him. You got Vern down there. Vern's going to come in. Ooh, that was close, Vern. That was close, sir. You got Vern battling his way through. He's currently now in 28th. Mike Mitchell is going to move to 29th. Mike McCulley is going to be back here in 30th. Jeff Gilmore is going to be 31st. LZ Daly is back here in 32nd. And Junior Harville is no longer on the track. We saw him involved in that earlier incident. Looks like he's possibly parked it for the evening. We had 33 start, 32 currently in, and we now have another yellow flag. Alright, so if we go, let's go here, rewind that. for our chase. All right, we got Tommy Haynes went to the inside there and kind of come up and caught the 56. It looks like there might have been some net code there. It was tight, but I don't know. See if we can go to the nose. See him just getting close enough there and caught him, spun him out. See John almost going over. Catching the wall square with the outside, so we'll see how that goes. Looks like Ricky getting a little bit of damage on that also. Which is interesting because it doesn't look like he actually hit them, but he got close. So let's go back to the chase again here. Rewind it. Slow her down. We see that's where we see the spin out happen initially. See Tommy going low, starting to come back up. Ricky is going to come up here. You see Ricky hitting that, but they weren't even close to each other. As we move forward here, you see this is clearly a net code here because he's hitting them and they're not even close. So that's unfortunate for Ricky. So we'll jump back up here. We'll go to the TV view. They're all lined back up. All right, so as we line back up, we're going to have Andrew Wagner in first, Adam Matz will be starting second, Austin Wagner in third, Keaton Tripp fourth, Rylan Neese fifth, Richard Holland will be starting sixth, Jerry Cochran will be seventh, Nick Hunt will be eighth, Benjamin Lacey ninth, Jacob Daniels will be 10th. That'll be your top 10. Ivan Jones now up to 11th spot. Like 1 through 6 or 1 through 13 did not go into the pits this time around. They all kind of stood out. We got 20 laps currently in. Pace car is going to drop down and we are going to go back green here in a second. Green, green, green. We see Andrew taking off. Austin right behind him. A huge jump there. Austin Wagner is going to track him back down with Adam Matz right behind them. See Rylan Neese also right there. Keaton Tripp, Benjamin Lacey, Richard Holland is going to be the next group there that you see. See Matt's holding into the inside with Rylan behind him. They're going to make a push for second. Austin's going to hold on to the outside all by himself, and Andrew's going to take the inside. Here you see Austin diving in the inside. He's going to take that. He's going to take the lead on that lap. See Andrew kicking back down to the inside. He's going to try and get that lap spot back. See these two just kind of dancing right now. Just kind of a back and forth. One goes to the inside, gets around the other. The other one goes back to the inside. They get around the other. Not sure how long their tires will hold up doing this, but makes for a fun battle race going on between these two. There we're going to see Andrew go back to the inside this time around. See Adam getting in behind Andrew. Andrew going to the outside. Looked like he tagged the wall just a touch there. That may slow him down just a little bit, but it looks like he's going to go back to the inside. Try to get on the inside there. Andrew's sitting here trying to figure out which one he wants to get behind. They keep moving around. And there you go, just like that. Andrew is now out front. Adam is going to get around Austin. Austin's starting to break loose a little bit. Keaton's going to the outside with Rylan right behind him. They're going to go around Austin also. Or try to go around Austin. Battle has settled down some. We'll move on back here. You see a battle that was going on here. See Austin falling back some more. Ricky getting around him. Ricky's going to come up, try and catch up and battle with Benjamin Lacey. Hold on to inside there. Gonna try and squeeze his way through. So let's move back. Let's see, where do we got battles? Where do we got battles? Everybody's kind of single filed now and spaced out. That's not really a battle going on there. It will be eventually, but not right now. Of course, as I say that, the battle breaks out. So you got the 6 of LZ Daly battling out for John Sanu for 15th spot right there. He is going to take it. He is going to move forward. Moving up here, we've got Jerry currently running second place, getting around John Wimbish for the lap traffic. We see Jerry closing up that gap between him and Richard. Richard is now down to about a 0.4 gap. Now you see that gap starting to grow back up again. You got a 0.37, sorry. Alright, so we go back here. Everybody kind of spaced out, so as we're spaced out, let's go ahead and run through the ranks. So you got Richard Holland out there in the lead with about a 0.35 gap between him and Jerry. Jerry right there is going to be your second place with Keaton Tripp following behind in third. Adam Matz is going to be running in fourth place with Austin Wagner back here running in fifth. Ryland will be sixth with him. Nick Hunt is going to be seventh. Jacob Daniels is going to be running eighth place with Jeff Gilmore running ninth. Benjamin Lacey will round out our top 10. Then you got Robert Victor. He's going to be running 11th with TJ Lee behind him running 12th. Steven Bryan is going to be 13th place with Mike Mitchell to right around him somewhere. There he is. Mike Mitchell currently running 14th. Ricky Fagone going to be running 15th right now with John Sanu in 16th. LZ Daly will be 17th with John Wimbish running 18th. Brandon Showers will be running 19th, and Glenn Jameson is going to be up to 26th or 20th. Brad Patterson will be 21st with Andrew Wagner 22nd. Roy Hyde will be 23rd, and Burt will be 24th. We'll jump back up here with Jerry trying to chase down Richard at the moment. We have 18 laps to go. Welcome in, Mama Nikki. There's gap down to about a 0.37. Actually, it's growing again, so not sure if he's burned the tires up a little bit trying to track Richard down or not, or if he's just kind of saving a little bit for the end. Well, not trying to let Richard get too far in front of him. Moving up here, we see Austin and Ryland. This is your battle for 5th place right here. You see Austin Tokyo drift in that corner again. No love from the ex-teammate. Goes around, bounce off each other just slightly a little bit. Austin going into the wall. Now he's going to come around and battle. Battle harder. Come back up here. There we see Jerry has tracked down Richard. That gap is down to a 1.8. We have 13 laps to go. And Jerry is starting to push. Gap is now back to a 0.3. Not sure if Richard holding him off or if Jerry is just not able to push as hard as he was to keep up, because it looks like he is starting to fall off just ever so slightly. Got the battle right here for 4th between Adam Matz and Keaton Tripp. Sorry, this is the battle for 3rd, not 4th. This is the battle for 3rd. And I'm going to go to the inside of Keaton and try and push his way up into 3rd right now. We have 10 to go. 10 to go. All bets are off. Friendships are gone. Every driver for themselves. Coming back up here. Jerry's gap is back to about a 0.3. Kind of goes up and down, but it's averaging around 0.3 difference. So we're in the last 10 laps of the race, so we'll see how that changes anything. They got the same amount of tire, or same amount of distance on their tires, same amount of laps. And Jerry right now, that last lap, he actually ran faster by 0.16. Looking back here to see if there's any other battles going on for position. And it looks like it's going to be right here is their next battle. Got TJ Lee going after Robert Victory. Austin trying to work his way around here. Let me see. Who was that? There's Robert Victory. Saw him kind of tag that wall, trying to hold on to her to get it back into the race somewhat. Possibly he's got some damage now and that he's not going to actually stay out. Not be able to stay out. Not able to race where he was, at least. We have 5 to go. We've got about a 0.6 gap between these two. And then moving back, we've got about a 2.1 gap. Gap now at a 0.47, almost a 0.5. So these guys are good. These guys are going to kind of sit here. I don't know that a lot's going to happen. I don't know if Jerry's got enough to catch Richard now at this point. With only 3 laps left to go. That time around, we got 2 left to go. 2 left to go, so that was a checker flag coming out. Or not checker flag, I'm sorry, white flag coming out this time around. They will come around. We will have the final lap. 1 to go, last lap right here. Got Richard out there with a commanding lead, 0.8. Jerry Cochran currently with a 0.9. I'm sorry, a 1.3 in front of Adam. And then Keaton is in 4th currently with a 1.2. So that is how it's going to go. Richard is going to be officially your winner. Jared Cochran is going to finish 2nd. Adam Matz finishing 3rd. Keaton Tripp will be 4th. Rylan Neese 5th. Nick Hunt 6th. Austin Wagner will be 7th. Jacob Daniels will be finishing 8th. Jeff Gilmore 9th. Benjamin Lacey 10th. Ricky Fagone 11th. TJ Lee will be 12th. Mike Mitchell will be 13th. Robert Victory 14th. John Sanu 15th. Stephen Bryan finishing 16th. LZ Daly finishing 17th. John Wimbish 18th. Brad Patterson 19th. Glenn Jameson will finish 20th. Roy Hyde will be 21st. Burt Wilson 22nd. Brandon Showers 23rd. Andrew Wagner 24th. Anthony Philpott 25th. Tommy Haynes is going to finish 26th tonight. Vern Bradley in 27th. Mike McCulley in 28th. Ivan Jones will be 29th tonight. Terry Kahn in 30th. Ronald Hall 31st. Jordan Endries 32nd. And Junior Harville is going to finish last in 33rd. All right. Him kind of do his thing right now. So the total cautions tonight are 3. All right, so let's go like that. We will go here. See if I can get a different view of the car here. There we go. There we go. All right. So we've got Adam Matz in 3rd place tonight. Let's get him up into the booth. Adam Matz, do you have a copy, sir?
Yep, I got you.
Well, sir, another race down and another podium finish for you.
Yeah, I can't complain. This one was a lot smoother than yesterday's podium, so yeah, not bad. I'll take these thirds. Certainly wouldn't mind some couple more positions, but no, yeah, that's a pretty awesome run. I was really happy with that. I felt like I was starting to reel those guys in at the end, but I just for whatever reason when I exited pit road, I had a huge gap to everyone. I don't know what I did wrong there. I must not have got around the turn or something very good, I guess, but other than that, yeah, it was pretty good. And Jerry got second, so happy for that, and of course happy for Richard for getting his W.
Absolutely. I mean, 33 trucks tonight. We've had 3 cautions, not as many as last night, but it seemed like it took out just as many, or had issues for just as many tonight as we had last night. There was a lot of battling up front between the Wagners and Team 419, and you were involved in some of that battling that was going on, and with the way the cautions were happening and everything, and then you guys had green lap pits there towards the end. What were you thinking through there? Were you hoping for a caution, or?
Yeah, that's a good question. I needed a caution probably to just get caught back up if I was to have a chance. So that wouldn't hurt my feelings if we got a late caution just to give me another chance at it. Uh, I mean, I'm not going to complain too much about third because of course all things can go bad, but that certainly wouldn't have hurt. Yeah, it was interesting. I had a lot of fun battling with I think there was multiple Wagners I was battling with, and
Yep.
that was all. Yeah, hopefully that would look good on the broadcast because I had a lot of fun running side by side with them, and felt pretty safe doing so. I didn't feel like we were going to put each other in the wall. So that's really nice when you can feel comfortable to do that. But yeah,
Well,
I don't know.
I
I wish
think I think so. Historically, battling those guys, you only go on the wall if you're a part of their team.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, right. That did happen at Vegas. Yep. And then I saw the old guy change his paint scheme. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. So yep. So luckily I was safe. I'll take it. I'm really proud of that pole. That pole, I have not won a pole in quite a while, and it's starting to feel like it wasn't possible. So I'm super pumped about getting that pole. That was awesome.
Well, and you had a great race. Obviously, you'd like to be first, but third is not bad, especially with 33 and with all the incidents that did happen. And a lot of clean racing. Like we saw you battling with the Wagners and Keaton, and it was interesting to watch because there was it was the Wagners were battling each other quite a bit throughout most of the race. They had the front for a while, and they were back and forth and just kind of dancing for a while, and looked like they had everything kind of figured out. And then you guys kind of moved up and moved past them, and here you are, 3rd place. So I mean, congratulations on that. There's, again, like I say, 33 trucks. You ended up 3rd out of all of this. Can't complain about that. So with that being said, is there anybody you'd like to thank for tonight's P3?
Yeah. Third Wave Motorsports, my team. Jerry, of course, finished second. So you'll chat with him soon. So I'm sure he'll repeat these for you. But Grayson Jade Photography and New South Metals, and of course the WFO League. And then, yeah, thanks for everything you're doing on the broadcast side.
Well, congratulations on P3. We look forward to seeing you again next week, hopefully up here in the booth.
Yep, I hope so. Let's keep
All
it
right.
up.
Keep up that momentum. That helps you with your points. Definitely
Yep.
for the season points. So congratulations on that, and we will see you next week.
All right, thanks.
All right. Let me get this switched up here. That man right there. Let's rewind that for him right here. Jerry Cochran, do you have a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, sir, another race, another podium for you also.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we I think we cross our fingers we got the consistency part figured out, if nothing else.
And it was a battle. I think you didn't get up into the contention until the last like 30 laps or so, right? I believe
Yeah, I was kind of on the outside looking in the whole time, just kind of hanging on to the tail end of them there. I didn't quite have the pace they had on about 25 laps of a run. Then after that, they kind of equaled out a little bit, and then started coming back to me a little bit. So yeah, it's tough, you know. It's been a lot of tracks with the track temp and stuff. The way it's been, just it's been real gripped up, and I guess I'm gonna have to put a little time in and find a little more speed at the beginning, because that's definitely where I'm getting my butt kicked, is the first half of a pit run, I feel like.
well, I mean, you can't complain too much because you ended up second out of 33, and you know, I don't know, did you have any times there in any of those cautions and stuff that you were like, well, this is not going to be good?
Um, yeah, especially like in the beginning, you know, I was hoping for some long runs in the beginning, so to kind of play out the way it did at the end, but you know, we never really got that, but it all worked out, you know. And then at the end we did have some good green runs, and you know, that last pit stop I was able to get by Keaton right before we pitted, and I was able to gain pretty good on Richard, you know, and that helped at the end. But yeah, I just sitting there at the end pushing him, you know, not really pushing him, but right there with him, trying to stay pace with him. And I got excited a few times, and you know, I let the right rear get out from under me. And after I'd done that, I got it aggravated, and it wasn't much I could do then. It was just kind of hanging on and just trying to, you know, finish good.
Yeah, and we saw it multiple times with several of the drivers where they would be making a good run, and that back end would just kind of kick out, and they'd lose their momentum a little bit and end up having to fall back. But you know, you got up there. You know, Richard at one point, I think he had about a second gap in front of you, and you managed to bring it down to about a 0.2 before you started falling back again. So, I mean, all in all, second place out of 33, can't complain about that. So with
So,
that
no
being
complaining
said,
here. I'll take it. I'll take it. Good points night. That's what I told Adam. Another good points night. You know, it's fun to win. I would love to win, but if I can keep putting together top fives and put myself there, big picture at the end, then you know, that means a lot as well. So I'll take it.
when you had John Nestor vote for you for driver of the day too, so you got that going
Oh,
for
nice. All right. Oh, thank you, John. Right on.
you.
Good deal.
So it was a tie between you and Ivan because Ivan got one other vote, but Ivan had to head out because his truck he got caught up in those earlier incidents. I think he got kind of tagged in both of them a little bit, so he just didn't have a good night and ended up calling it. So that kind of defaults it
Okay.
then that you end up winning the driver of the day today. So
Well, that's good. I'll take it. Thank you, everybody out there. I really appreciate it. But no, it was a good night for us, man. Good points night. We definitely needed that, and we just try to keep putting these top fives together and keep clicking along. And I want to thank New South Metals, Grayson J Photography, Third Wave Esports, Adam, J Mac, Ray, everybody over there that helps us out and puts time in to work with us, and everybody here at the scene, McCully, Mr. Vern, everybody they do at the league. They do a great job, and really enjoy coming in here every week, and really enjoy going back watching you guys in the broadcast. Y'all do a great job, and appreciate everything y'all do and the time y'all take, and really appreciate you, sir. Great job.
I appreciate that. And
Yes, sir.
likewise to you. Congratulations on your P2 and great driving tonight. So have a good night, and we look forward to seeing you up here again next week.
Yes, sir. We're going to try. Good job to Richard, and thank y'all, and Mr. Steve Brody and Lil John. Thank y'all, and we'll see everybody later. Good night, sir.
Have a good night. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Moving right along. Try and get this in the right spot here. Right there. Right there looks good. Mr. Richard Holland, you got a copy?
I got you.
Well, sir, another race, another podium.
Yeah. I feels good to come back and run good tonight after last night, man. I lost it coming off a pit road, and I hopefully nobody got tangled up in that. I don't think so. I never hit anybody, so I hoped I didn't ruin anybody's race or mess things up by bringing out the caution. But yeah, that was my fault there, and that sucked. I was having a good run last night too, and gave it up there. But now it's good to come back, and I was just telling Jerry and them guys down there, it's so much fun to race with, Keaton and Andrew and Austin and him and Adam and a lot of guys in this league. Really, I mean, the list goes on and on. To be honest with you, but most of the people in this league, it's fun to race around because you can really get battling with each other, and when you send it in there side by side, that guy's probably not going to take you out, or it just makes for so much fun racing.
Yeah, and we talked about it a little bit earlier with Adam and stuff, but we saw it with you. We saw it with the Wagners for a while, and then Keaton was up there doing it, and it was kind of a dance for who was going to be in first. And then after you got around those two and got out front, then it was a dance for second place, and it was just kind of a back and forth battle. And we saw you doing it with them for a while, and then you got out in front and kind of never looked back. So, you had at one point, I think you were up to a 1.5 gap in front of everybody. So then, Jerry trying to catch you down there, try and track you down there at the end. He got it down to about a 0.2, and then just couldn't quite hang on to it to keep going. But it, worked out in your favor to stay out front and getting that clean air and hold on to it. And P1 out of 33. Can't complain about that at all.
Yeah, no, it's big fields, a lot of fast guys in this league. Like I said, I mean, there's a list a mile long of guys that are fast and run up front and could win every week. So to get a win really in this league is saying something. So, yeah, no, we had a great run. Everything went our way, and it was so easy to overdrive the truck tonight. I actually thought coming in here the thing was going to handle better than the car did last night, but it didn't. This thing was up on top of the track. It was sliding around. It was, and like I said, if it was real easy to overdrive it, and when you did, you were in trouble because it would really lose grip, and then you couldn't get it back. And so I learned that in the first run, and then I really tried to take care of it the best I could after that. And I saw Jerry trying to run me down there late, and I stuck to what I was doing, and I said I'm not going to overdrive it, and I hope it pays off. And it did. It was I had a little bit of tire left at the end, and he didn't, so it worked out good. But no, it was awesome. It was fun.
Well, is there anybody you'd like to thank for your P1 tonight?
Yeah, I just want to thank you guys for doing this for us, and give us and our family and the fans that do watch something to watch and support us. Vern and McCully and Hal and all them guys that run the league and do everything that they do, and yeah, just my teammates Rick and TJ's been racing with us off and on and stuff a lot, and we had Bob Vick in there tonight, and yeah, I think that's about it. Just thanks a lot. Appreciate the league and a place to race and all these guys to race with. It's a lot of fun.
Well, looks like we got Richmond next week. What are your thoughts on that?
Richmond can be very interesting with a 38 car field. I don't know. I expect there to be a lot of cautions next week. We'll have to see.
All right. Well, congratulations on your P1 tonight. Look forward to seeing you back up here in the booth again soon. And we'll see how it goes next week in Richmond.
I appreciate it, Brazy. Thanks for everything you do, man.
Absolutely. Well, everybody, that is week 4 wrapped up. We've completed another week in WFO Racing League. Like I said, we will be in Richmond next week. So I hope you will be able to join us. If you have not already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe. Hit the bell so you get notified when we go live again next week. Like I say, in Richmond with the cars and the trucks. And with that all being said, on behalf of WFO Racing, Eighmey Contracting, and Grayson Jade Photography, this is Sir Brazen Bull signing off again for another week of racing. Have a wonderful night, have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next week. Later on, everybody.